on the clock. Pecan, 2 seconds. Pecan for the lead. Got it! He got the record at the buzzer! The break for three. Buried! Gallagher pulls up. Gallagher rims it out the field. Slams it down. Cooley up ahead. Dombrowski, the freshman, off the window and one. Let's go back to Evans. Corner three. Got it. There's Lowe with the exclamation point as Dunny slams it down. Far side, Dawson unloads, knocks it home. Jenna Dawson. By Teslavich, Epps puts it on the floor. Bryce looks to drive in, Epps floats it up, got it! He got it! There's 1,000 for Bryce Epps. Game number 2 of day number 2, number 7 overall, as it's the Elizabeth Forward Warriors and the Serra Catholic Eagles. Here on MVI Live, Alex Lyons, Liam Bellin with you for all the action of this one here in the MVI Shootout Classic. Both teams looking for win number 1 on the campaign. First game of the season for head coach Anthony Corso. Missed yesterday's game due to a suspension. That was a result from last year's postseason. And the Serra Catholic offense was held to basically nothing against the McKeesport Tigers yesterday. And EF, very short-handed, will look basically the same, except Justin Flournoy will be available for the Warriors today. Still no Charlie Melib, still no Makai Daniels. And again, Zach Boyd possibly missing the entire season for the Warriors. But a different look Eagles squad jersey-wise today, as the Eagles sporting the same jerseys that their team won the state title game with 15 years ago. So a new look Eagles jersey squad for tonight, hoping that brings them some good luck for their first win of the campaign, with a lot of familiar faces on the floor for the Serra Catholic Eagles.
Yeah, I've got to say, first off, when it comes to uniforms, both these teams look pretty good here today. But like you mentioned, kind of a slow start for both of these teams, both going down 0-1 to start the season. But, you know, this is the time of year where you're just trying to get acclimated to things. You know, like you said, new players fitting into new roles for both teams and for most of the teams out there in the Whippeal. So it's a good chance now here at this MVI shootout tournament to just kind of get acclimated playing with each other and grow that chemistry, get some practice runs here, and you know, look to improve on your record here. So I'm excited for this one here early on.
Both teams looking for win number 1, 2A Serra Catholic, 4A Elizabeth Forward, as Coach Nolan Larry looking for his first win of his tenure as the bench boss for the Elizabeth Forward Warriors. You know, he was hoping to have Charlie Melib, Zach Boyd, Makai Daniels, even Chris Climbs, who was supposed to be a bench piece for this team. Charlie, we know how he is. We know the type of individual Charlie Melib is as an athlete, and, you know, Charlie wants to play. If it was up to him, he'd be on the court right now. That injury that happened in the last scrimmage for the Warriors, but Melib, if it was up to him, he would be playing today. He is not available for Elizabeth Forward, at least for the foreseeable future. Hopefully, by the time they get into that murderous row of a section, which is Section 3 of 4A, featuring LH, Bell Vernon, and Uniontown, Charlie Melib will be back to business again. He called his mom yesterday, said, "Can I just play tomorrow? Can I play?" She was not having any of that. But Charlie, an absolute tough kid, a warrior on and off the court. I mean, legitimately is a warrior, plays for Elizabeth Forward. But still, Charlie is a great kid, a lot of heart, and I'm sure the Eagles can't wait to get him back this season.
Yeah, and, you know, you see him already here today, unable to play, but he's bringing energy for his guys. You know, he's a good guy to have around the bench in general if he's not able to play. He'll be keeping these guys energized here today. This Warriors squad that, again, is looking to get that first win. I mean, I'm going to wait and see about Melib and see if he can play later in the year. Sure he'll be back here soon. ASAP, like you said, trying to get back on the floor.
As we'll take a look at the starting lineups. First for the Serra Catholic Eagles, it's going to be the 5'11 senior guard Elijah Tiger Ward, along with the 5'11 junior Pete Burke. Joining him will be the 5'11 junior guard Isaiah Petty, the 6' sophomore guard Owen Dombrowski, and the 6'2 senior Joey DeMoss. Getting the start, Joey DeMoss didn't get a lot of looks from beyond the arc, and we know just how dangerous Joey DeMoss can be from outside, so see if they try to get him more in the act when it comes to shooting the basketball this afternoon versus Elizabeth Forward, who will send out Charlie Niggett, Drew Cook, Isaiah Turner, Zach Jones, and Christian Kennedy to face off against the Eagles.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting matchup here already for me personally. See a few faces familiar from our Mon Valley Independent Summer League, so excited to see some of these guys in action, and then a lot of star athletes here on the floor tonight, or today I should say. So I'm excited to see how this one turns out.
As we get set for the opening tip here in game number 7, game number 2 of the evening, or afternoon. Again, I'll get it right eventually, and by the time I get it right, it will be evening when I do my last game. So just got to bear with that for one more game. But nonetheless, it's the Warriors, it's the Eagles. Someone's going 1-0. Someone's going 0-2. Again, Turner, Jones, Cook, Niggett, and Kennedy. Charlie Niggett had a big game yesterday for the Elizabeth Forward Warriors. Niggett, 24 points in the win, as 13 by Christian Kennedy. You'd like to maybe see a little more out of the freshman Drew Cook. 4 points in the first quarter, did not score after that. And Serra Catholic had their match met in the McKee Sports City game, where Dunny Rowe and the Tigers took them to the cleaners. Isaiah Turner got to find that next level as well, something to look at in this game. Isaiah Turner used to being that complementary piece to Daniels, to Milib, and he is a great basketball player on his own, but talking to Coach Nolan Larry, he has to get that DNA to become the guy. He has to be the guy here tonight.
Yeah, and I'm sure that's a tough thing to do, but I feel like just got to keep things easy early on the season if you're trying to take that next step into a bigger role offensively and trying to contribute more for your team. It's just about doing what you do and doing it well.
There's Charlie Niggett from the backcourt into the front court. We are underway as Drew Cook swings it. One more. There's Niggett, tries the three, got the three. Charlie Niggett starts it with a bang.
Yeah, good look there, good kick outside, and Niggett takes advantage of a very good look.
Now it's Isaiah Petty. Petty driving in. Petty right hand window, no good. Put back DeMoss. Back to a 1-point game thanks to Joey DeMoss.
Good follow up there from DeMoss. Able to get those second chance points. That's important.
Now Turner, kick out, Niggett. Niggett thought about the three to the corner. Isaiah Turner wants three. Off the sidearm, rebound forced free by Kennedy. Up top, Niggett. Niggett from 15 out, rims in and out. Kennedy one dribble, don't want to see that as it almost results in a turnover. Turner, Cook, one more, Jones. Zach Jones to Cook. Cook to the middle, outside Jones. Swings across right into the hands of Isaiah Petty. Petty, a breakout pitcher on the Eagles baseball team this past season. Now DeMoss from the wing. Off the mark. Rebound pop free to Niggett. Niggett running the offense, forcing the issue. Charlie, right block, right hand, lays it in.
Good take there from Niggett as well. Getting started early offensively.
Ward to Burke, and Burke from the left block lays it home for two. And Coach Nolan Larry upset. He uses a 30-second timeout.
Yeah, Coach Larry's fired up early on in this one. He's not happy about, I think, that effort in transition on that easy layup there for Serra Catholic. not happy about his team in transition playing defensively. So just taking that early timeout to try and push that notion onto his players and get the effort up.
As both teams break the huddle, Serra Catholic down by 1, looking for a stop. Charlie Niggett, all 5 for the Warriors. As there's Cook right side. Drew Cook swings it near side corner. Isaiah Turner back up top. Now it's taken by Turner. Turner got it! A tray for Isaiah Turner. Now it's Joey looking to answer. DeMoss blocked! It's the freshman Drew Cook.
It's a good job there from Cook. Good anticipation. One of the shortest players on the court. Able to rise up and deny that one.
DeMoss the trigger. Ward. Now Petty back to DeMoss inside. Elijah Ward out of his reach and back the other way. 8-4 Warrior lead over Serra Catholic. Niggett far side. Now it's taken by Cook. Cook to Turner. Isaiah back to Drew Cook. Cook way outside. Can't cash in. Rebound Kennedy. Tried to kick it out instead of going up. Pete Burke the steal and a double dribble on the Eagles. Burke brought the ball to himself with a dribble, then maintained, then went to dribble again. We saw that with Capone Jones in game number 1. As they tried a little floater in, Turner wasn't ready, and it results in an Isaiah Petty steal. Petty driving right to the window, and Drew Cook the foul. Cook's first, team first. Isaiah Petty to shoot 2.
Yeah, looked like Cook was close there, but did end up getting a piece of Petty, so send him to the line.
First shot ironing out. Isaiah Petty, I just mentioned, a pitcher for the Serra Catholic Eagles baseball team. This past season had a .806 ERA, 4 wins and 22 1/3 innings of work for Coach Brian Zarenda. Also batting .388 with a long ball as Petty knocks down the back end. No, Coach Zarenda very excited to get his Eagles back on the diamond this year, trying to defend their district championship. As up top, there's Charlie Niggett. Niggett swings it, Drew Cook. Cook, pocket picked, it's Burke. DeMoss running with him. Burke takes it himself. Off the window, no good, out of bounds. Last touch by Kennedy. Kennedy trying to say it touched Burke, who was laying on the floor, and now Coach Nolan Larry wants an explanation as well. As the Eagles down to our right, Joey DeMoss the trigger. 8-5 lead, 5:10 remaining in the first. Into Isaiah. Petty, left side. Isaiah driving, left block, and DeMoss wrestled up, and he's fouled. Niggett picks up the personal, his first, team second. 5:04 remaining in the first. Inbound Ward, up top Petty, near side Burke, around the horn to DeMoss, and DeMoss fouled by Turner.
Yeah, all of a sudden these fouls starting to rack up for the Warriors early on in this first quarter.
The only blessing is all by different players so far. DeMoss near side, has Burke all alone, instead swings it up top. Petty, back to Joey, wide open, in and out, iron unkind for Joey DeMoss. Back the other way, Niggett coast to coast, Charlie Niggett puts it up, no good. Good defense by the Eagles as Ward snatched down the rebound. Owen Dombrowski finds Ward, Elijah to the corner, Burke for 3. In and out, rebound, Turner elevating above the cylinder. Turner over the divider, Isaiah Turner rolls right side, Turner kick out, Charlie Niggett off the mark with the 3 ball. Petty to Elijah Ward, the Eagles starting quarterback this past season. He has multiple football offers, does Elijah Ward. All-around athletic individual is Ward as Dombrowski up top. Owen Dombrowski. Now it's taken by DeMoss. DeMoss gets the screen from Dombrowski, drives in, kicks it corner. Ward with the triple, in and out. Rebound grab down by Drew Cook. In transition, Cook pressured tightly, splits two, now three, straight to the rim with the reverse, but can't finish. As coast to coast goes Peak Burke. And Burke, all too easy for the Eagles.
Way too easy there. No one stops ball for the Warriors, and 2 easy points for the Eagles. Far too easy for that EF bench's liking.
As that one's flipped up, Elijah Ward to Owen Dombrowski from the corner, off the mark. Burke the follow-up, the putback, but no finish. Underneath, Elijah Ward can't get it to fall. Ward saves it off of Nigga, but right to Isaiah Turner. As Turner draped over but slows the process, is back the other way. Turner will come. Niggett pulls up. There's Kennedy outside. Christian Kennedy way off the mark. But make that. Jones saves it for the Warriors. As Burke and DeMoss out, Minifield checks in. Joining him will be Christian Warren. As first time this season, we'll get to see Justin Flournoy. Another one of those Howard Hanna members this summer.
Good job there from Jones with that hustle play before he checks out.
Flournoy missed all of last game, unavailable for the Warriors. As a rebound by Elijah Ward. Ward up to Minifield. Minifield kicks it out. Back up top. Ward. One more. Petty. He wants three. He got three. Isaiah Petty and the Eagles get their first lead.
Yeah, right away when Petty caught that pass, looked like he wanted to let loose and able to connect. Big 3 ball there. Give his team a lead now.
Flournoy. Now Charlie Niggett. Niggett driving, Niggett up and on the floor, the foul called. Otherwise, that would have been and one as it goes against Isaiah Petty. His first, team first. Tip drill, Isaiah Turner gets the equalizer.
I think that's what they wanted on that previous inbound play under the hoop there, and it didn't really work out, but that time, easy 2 for Turner.
Coach Nolan Larry taking the play right out of Coach Bill Wiltz's handbook. That's the Will Wagner special last year. They've tried to work it with Shields so far. Hasn't worked as well as it did for Turner there. As there's Isaiah coast to coast, spins in, and an offensive foul. As that was Owen Dombrowski getting the contact. Second on Turner. As we'll see Hunter Fulmer check into the game. (10-10), 1:45 remaining in the first between the Eagles and the Warriors. Now it's Owen Dombrowski. Dombrowski, he hasn't got his stroke going yet this year. Kicks out to Ward. Elijah driving in, left hand, put back. DeMoss won't fall. Rebound grab down, that's by Drew Cook. Knifes away from Petty, but that's a foul. Isaiah gets his second.
Yeah, and those are unnecessary fouls there. I'm sure Petty's not going to be happy about that one.
Second foul again on Isaiah Petty is in the backcourt. It's Charlie Niggett. Niggett to Flournoy. Justin Flournoy drives, foul line, lost it. Elijah Ward. There's DeMoss in transition. All too easy for Joey DeMoss.
Yeah, more transition points for the Eagles early on in this one.
4 for Serra Catholic as Flournoy up top to Drew Cook. Cook, the freshman, rolls right. Cook puts it up off the window, no good. Rebound, put back, won't fall. Now it's taken down. Petty, Hail Mary, up ahead. Owen Dombrowski off the glass for 2. That's some more Howard Hanna scoring right there.
It sure is, and it looks like Serra just has one guy kind of leaking out once they grab those defensive rebounds, and they've been linking up really well.
Flournoy, who was pressuring back there as Niggett pulls the 3, was actually a Summer League teammate with Owen Dombrowski. As there goes Damas spinning left side. Petty the rebound. Isaiah kicks it up top to Elijah Ward. He missed the start of last season for the Eagles with a broken hand that occurred in the Eagles state championship appearance run. Damas provides the screen. Petty drives. Petty right hand runner off the window for two. 6 now for Petty, as that will do it for quarter number 1. The Eagles were down early but lead by 6 at the break after 1. When we come back, we have quarter number 2 for you of game number 7 right here on MVI.
The best local coverage of news, sports, and more. Make sure you subscribe to the Mon Valley Independent newspaper. Both print and e-edition subscriptions are available, and you can try the e-edition free for 30 days starting today. So make sure you log on to MonValleyIndependent.com for more information. Mon Valley Independent. What happens here matters here. Highway Appliance, Furniture, and Mattress. The right brands, price, and advice since 1946. Highway Appliance, Furniture, and Mattress is the Mon Valley's choice for selection, service, and savings for over 75 years. Highway Appliance, Furniture, and Mattress. You're going to like us a lot. We guarantee it.
Quarter number 2 is upon us. Between the Eagles and the Warriors, it's 16-10 Serra Catholic.
It's all Serra at the end of that first quarter. See if that continues into the second here. The Eagles doing a really good job in transition. That's where they've had most of their success, really. I mean, the half-court offense has been there, but more often than not, they're pushing the tempo.
As unable to get that one to fall was Kaminsky. Back the other way, and a great hustle play by Christian Warren. As Warren, the junior guard, bursts onto the scene out of nowhere to knock it free. Off the inbound, Turner can't get it to fall. Now Isaiah kicks it up top. Kennedy step back corner. Cook wants it from Niggett. Charlie Niggett drives. Niggett, left hand window, no good. Jones fouled from behind on the putback. Goes against Owen Dombrowski.
Got to take advantage of these opportunities with a slight deficit if you're the Warriors.
Zach Jones will do the honors. Right hand up and right hand in. Jones' first point of the season. Or game, I should say. Yesterday, Zach Jones had 2. Serra Catholic talking to their head coach, A.J. Corso, looking to make his 6th straight playoff appearance, saying he expects this team to have 4 guys. As that one rims out, rebound by DeMoss. Turnover to Turner, but expects 4 of his 5 starters, as a nifty move by Jones lays it in for 2. To be in double digits this year, expecting Ward, Dombrowski, DeMoss, and Petty all to average double digits this year, and saying if they play unselfish in the way they're capable of, that they have potential to always have a mismatch on the floor. As a turnover there by Isaiah Petty to make it a 1-point game. It's Drew Cook, no good, but Zach Jones cleaning up the garbage. 5 straight for Jones to start the second, and it's a 1-point game.
Yeah, Jones is bringing some energy right now, offensively and defensively, getting it done like you just mentioned with the last few points, and then also picking Petty there. Nice steal and able to get the ball to Cook, who's pushing, again, high tempo from both of these teams, and he's able to put back Cook's miss and add 2 more.
16-15 Eagles clinging to a 1-point advantage over the Elizabeth Forward Warriors. Eagle basketball, Warren Dombrowski, Elijah Ward, all with Petty and Joey DeMoss. Turner, Niggett, Kennedy, Jones, and Drew Cook. And Drew Cook, we saw how good he could be this summer with EPT, the champions of our MVI SBL League. Led by the Epps brothers, as there's Cook the steal, and as Drew Cook lays it up and in. And EF back on top, led by the Epps brothers and, of course, Mackay Valentine, who we may be able to get to see Monday, depending. Steel Valley did lose in football, so we're supposed to see them on Monday versus Bell Vernon. As foul on the floor. We know how fun Mackay Valentine is to watch play basketball.
It's fun to watch over the summer for sure, and I'm sure that Steel Valley team no different.
And, you know, don't get me wrong, I'm glad Bell Vernon's making the state championship game. That is phenomenal. Again, congrats to the Leopards. But, man, how good of a match it would have been a Steel Valley Bell Vernon full arsenal of players. I would really think that would be a fun matchup to see, which we won't get that full array as Elijah Ward, the little drop, no good, and a travel by Warren. Either way, still a lot of talent when you have Zion Moore on the floor for Bell Vernon, who put himself on the scene in a big way, just didn't get much help.
Yeah, big game last night, but again, speaking of last night, the Leopards on the football field, that's where I was, and congrats to them moving on to the state championship. Really, really evenly fought game in that one. It was a really fun one to watch. After the Leopards put on 14 points in the first opening minutes, I thought it might be a blowout, but give credit to Central. They really fought hard, and they made it hard on Bell Vernon. They had to earn everything they got.
Yeah,
so.
I know I'm getting some crap about not picking Bell Vernon, but I had my reasonings. Central Martinsburg and Hohenstein, you saw them firsthand last night, how good
they
he
had
actually
chances
is.
to win. They really did, and Bell Vernon's defense.
You had the chance at the end of the half where they only got the field goal as Kennedy can't run it down, but turns it over to Dombrowski, and then in the red zone to end the game. But DeMoss makes it look easy, and again, Central Martinsburg made Central Valley look silly last year in the semis at home. As Kennedy splashed down for Christian Kennedy.
Yeah, good job there from Kennedy, just spacing the floor a bit. If he's able to knock down that outside shot.
DeMoss tries it, doesn't work. Now it's Ward. Joey 0 for 3 from outside. As there's Dombrowski, unable to get it to fall. But here's the thing, Joey DeMoss got to keep shooting. You know it's going to come for DeMoss. He is that good of a shooter. His summer league coach, Kevin Kovac, said if you miss your first 8 as a foul on Charlie Niggett with the body on Dombrowski. But Coach Kevin Kovac, who's Joey's summer league coach, said, you know, if you're 0 for 8 and you have a wide open shot, I'm going to be mad at you if you don't take it, even if you miss it. Because he had that much faith in Joey DeMoss as a scorer. As, you know, it's just a matter of time as Joey and Owen head to the bench. Minifield back in with Pete Burke.
Yeah, and I mean, every confident player says that about themselves, and coaches have that faith in their go-to scorers that, you know, you never want to pass an open look. Even if you don't feel good that day and you're not shooting it well that day, you know, those types of guys will make shots for you.
No good. Serra Catholic had a rising sophomore no longer on this team that was expected to play a big part as Turner off the window and in. You know, last year Alex Xavier Saunders showed just how good he could be coming off the bench as a freshman, but again, no longer with the Serra Catholic Eagles. That was Turner, wasn't it, Liam?
Yes.
He has 7 as Elijah Ward misses. Minifield with the reverse, no good. Minifield, a part of the offensive line for the Serra Catholic Eagles. As the junior can't finish there, 22-16. Serra held scoreless in the first 4 of the second quarter as Kennedy can't add more, but Buick unable to clean up. Now can Burke get them on the board? No, turns it over, but Ward follows back. Pete Burke drives in underneath, out of the reach of Minifield, but off the deflection of Kennedy.
Well, I thought that went out clean, but regardless, both of these teams playing at a frantic pace. It's making for some exciting play, but also a bit sloppy here and there, like you just saw there, that entry pass. Everything's at a frantic tempo, so see some mistakes here and there.
Petty off the mark, rebound, Dombrowski wrestling around to Joey, and off the window to Moss, gets the Eagles back on the board.
Smart there from DeMoss. Take his time and get the easy 2 for his team, only down 4 now.
They were down. EF was down 6 at the end of 1. It was 16-10. And you've had 5 by Jones, 2 by Turner, and 3 by Kennedy this quarter. as it's 22-18 and a timeout called. And Liam, did you see who took that?
That was EF.
I was looking down, adding some numbers up, which normally results in me missing something. Hey, but that's okay. 3:36 remaining here in the period. 22-18, the Warriors on top of the Eagles. It's been a back-and-forth affair, and the question is, can Serra Catholic's offense start to move once again? It's been a struggle here recently for the Eagles.
Yeah, it has, and like I said before that, not having a ton of success in the half court, it was really that transition pushing once they got defensive rebounds and opening up the floor that led them to that little run at the end of the first quarter, but they haven't really been able to match that success.
22-18, EF on top. We've had two outstanding games to start day 2 of the MVI Shootout Classic, year number 2. As Drew Cook into the front court. Cook, right side, swings it to Turner. Isaiah Turner, right side, Turner up top. That's taken by Kennedy. One more, Drew Cook. Cook to Flournoy, now Vuick, Mitchell Vuick. Vuick swings it back, that's to Kennedy. Now Turner drives in, Isaiah off the window again. Coach Nolan Larry said he has to become him today. And Isaiah Turner's doing that with 9. Has to get that leadership DNA as and 1 for Petty. And Isaiah Turner's done that. He's come to work with 9 points.
Yeah, strong take there from Petty. Able to finish through some contact there. I'm surprised that didn't stay on the floor, but regardless.
No old school three-point play for Isaiah Petty. As out of bounds, Serra Catholic earns the basketball. Outside, that's Warren. Now it's Isaiah Petty. Isaiah driving, kick out Ward. One more, Owen Dombrowski back to Elijah Ward. Now Petty wants the 3, he got it again! Isaiah from outside. 11 now for Petty. Lead down to 1. 2:30 remaining, blocked Warren. Petty to Warren in transition, Warren left block. Stops up, turnaround jumper, Dombrowski fouled on the rebound. And it should be 1-1 for Owen Dombrowski. Vuick gets the personal. Team 8th, sending Dombrowski to the line, just 2 points today for Owen, shooting 1-1. We're tied. Dombrowski, another one of the Eagles pitchers on the diamond. Last year as a freshman, Owen Dombrowski, a .72 ERA, and has one of the most deceptive releases you'll see as a pitcher. Absolutely tough to pick up that ball as Dombrowski 2 for 2. And Serra Catholic back up by 1 just like that after being shut out for the first 4 minutes of the quarter. As Turner gets the lead back with 2 of his own. 11 for Turner. Isaiah yesterday had 9 total. As Petty answers right back, all too easy for Isaiah Petty, who is up to 13.
Yeah, Turner and Petty battling right now, and see if Turner can keep things going for this EF team. Like you said before, they're looking to him to kind of be the guy. And
we get a foul on the floor on Joey DeMoss as Flournoy going to check into the game as Coach Nolan Larry was mad at somebody. Well, we know who it was now. It was Zach Jones. As there's Turner, saves it, but nobody home besides Isaiah. Off to DeMoss, back to Petty, right wing, 3, buried! Isaiah Petty, red hot. 16 points for the junior. Eagles up by 4. Serra Catholic 14 points in the last 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Another steal, but Flournoy gets it back. Flournoy to Cook. There's Turner from the corner for the answer. And Turner knocks it home. 14 first half points for Turner.
Yeah, big tray there for Turner, kind of matching what Petty's been doing at this point. Both of these guys on fire right now.
Isaiah once more now sends it off to Dombrowski. Elbow jumper. Buick takes it away after the Flournoy defense. Buick fouled. And if this is on Petty, that's big. That would be Isaiah's third. The most lethal scorer of the game for Serra Catholic. Isaiah Petty now has 3 first half fouls. So he will come out for the remainder of this one and have to be careful. You know, you imagine they'll start him to start the second half, but if you're Elizabeth Ford, you got to attack him once he comes back in immediately. As there's Turner. Turner for the lead by 2, way off the mark. Coach Nolan Larry, you can't like to see that, but, you know, Turner has taken control. He's showing so much more confidence today, which is something you do like to see even with the miss there. He's shooting the ball at a way higher rate than he was yesterday, and that's big for Elizabeth Ford, especially as shorthanded as they are. Down by 1. Serra Catholic looks like they're going to hold for 1. As make that not the case, as Ward misses. Now a chance for the lead going into the break. 5 seconds. Turner wants to get to the cylinder. A teardrop shot drops.
Another good take there from Turner. He's doing his thing right now, and EF somehow goes into halftime with a lead now after shaky end of the first quarter. Played a lot better throughout the second and take that 1-point lead thanks to Turner.
An 11-point quarter for Isaiah Turner as we will head to the half. As Serra Catholic trails by 1, Planet Roof halftime interview will be with one of our injured players on the Charlie Me Live when we come back right here on MVI Live. It's 31-30 at the break in favor of Elizabeth Forward.
Cyber Athletics is a community created by athletes for athletes. A team of collegiate and NBA legends that have experienced all aspects of how the ball bounces both on and off the court. Ultimately, Cyber Athletics is defending the health, wellness, and success of a human beyond the title of athlete. Because an athlete can never truly perform unless health and wellness is placed at a premium priority. For more information, visit cyberathletics.com. The City of McKeesport and McKeesport Rising Project, making investments today in our neighborhoods and infrastructure for the future of our community. We are working together for a better McKeesport. 5 Star Plumbing is locally owned and operated and can help you with all your sewer and drain cleaning needs. With over 25 years of experience in 24-hour emergency service, we do what others can't. That's right, save you money. For more information on how 5 Star Plumbing can help you, visit our website at 5starplumbingforyou.com. Planet Roof, Pittsburgh's top roofing company, goes above and beyond to give customers the best experience possible. At Planet Roof, we pay close attention to the quality of our work in your home. Our roofers are committed professionals with years of experience who will go above and beyond for all of our clients' needs. Because at Planet Roof, we love what we do. For more information, contact us today at 724-243-3297 or visit our website, planetroof.com.
Here at the half, Planet Roof halftime interview on MVI Live and the Triple Live High School Sports Network, joined by Elizabeth Forward Warrior forward Charlie Me Live. Charlie, appreciate you doing this once again with me.
Thank you for having me.
I enjoyed it so much the first time, figured we would do it again for basketball season, but obviously football didn't end the way you guys wanted it to. But what kind of fire now does that set under you and those individuals that are on both teams? You know, Isaiah Turner, Zach Boyd, yourself, to name just a few. How much more of a fire is now under your belt getting ready for this season, knowing you were kind of that Eston and a lot of people thought you'd be playing at Acrisure as well.
Exactly. I think that it sets a statement for us. Maybe not such as a statement, but we play a lot of the same teams that we play in football, so we're expecting the same outcome. We're coming out every game thinking, let's mercy roll, let's blow them out to get the young dudes in, and let's keep rolling.
So does that give you even more motivation? Bell Vernon always a rival as it is. And, last year you didn't have Zach Boyd, which was a massive loss. You thought you were going to have Vernon, who transferred out. But now that you have the opportunity with, right now, a healthy roster, some great young players coming in like Drew Cook, we got to see him this summer. I'm excited to see what he can do at the high school level. But does that give you even, there's already a ton of motivation to try to beat Bell Vernon. But now, you're coming off football. Is it even more of a revenge game? Hey, we want to take them down finally.
Yeah, of course. I mean, if you were there when we played them last year. We played them twice last year, home and away, but it was both craziest games. Both of them got elongated, a lot of chirping, a lot of talking, so it's always fun playing them against our rival.
And how much more does that bring the best out of you? A lot of people say some of those rivalries bring out the worst, but, it brings out some of the best because it's some of the most competitive you guys are, and it may be chirping, it may be frustration, but, how does that also bring out the positive side of you guys?
I think we all know each other because, they only live they're right up the road. So I just think, because we know them and because we see these dudes outside of school and stuff, like it brings out the best in all of us. We play against each other, we know each other, so it brings out the competitiveness.
And, obviously multiple sports for you and very talented at both sports. And we know you love hitting people on the defensive side of football, but how do you like bullying people down underneath the hoop?
That's a good time too. It's how you get buckets, honestly. Backing someone down, put your butt in them, and drop step, it's not as equivalent to football, but, it's close enough.
So, for you guys, obviously, new man taking over the bench this year with our good buddy Matt Loftus, moving to South Park to take over their girls program. How has this process been for you guys with your new head coach and this transition?
Getting back in the gym was very exciting, knowing, we have a new game plan here. We're looking for the same outcome, but we definitely have a new game plan, different way of attacking things. Especially the first, couple of days we've been with him has been super exciting. We're all trying to prove a point, who's supposed to be on the floor, making a statement. And, he has a great attitude, and I know after talking to him, he's one of our teachers at school. Just being around him all the time, he's a great guy, and I'm really excited to see what we're going to do.
So does it make these opening practices almost more competitive for you guys? Because, Coach Loftus knew you guys. He's had you guys for a while. But now it's, new coach, you have to earn your spot. There's nothing given anymore.
Exactly. Like just the other day, we weren't, fighting them, but we were butting heads. Ended up all love at the end of the day, but we definitely are trying to get the best out of each other, prove a point.
So as this unit, obviously, a pretty stable unit coming back, at least I'd say a lot of the core, and you're adding Zach Boyd, who was injured last year, with some key newcomers to your lineup as well. What's the goal this year? Because it is not an easy section, conference, whatever you want to decide to call it at all. I mean, Bell Vernon, Laurel Highlands, you guys, if I'm not mistaken, Uniontown as well.
I believe so.
And we've seen how talented some of the Uniontown kids are, like Bakari Wallace and company. So that's 4 murderous road teams that you're playing 6 games that it feels like any one of those teams could go out and win a pretty big playoff game and make a big run in the playoffs.
Well, our definite what we're looking forward to this year is, getting the conference. That's what every team looks forward to. Another thing is that we talk about as a team is having at least a better record than we did the year prior and building off of that. If we're working way harder this year than we were last year, then there's no reason we can't accomplish that.
So, for you personally, coming into this basketball season, do you have any personal goals that you would like to achieve on the floor?
Probably just honestly scoring more points per game than I did last year. Rebounds is the same way. Being more of a leader, talking more, communication is a big one because that doesn't just help on the floor, it helps off the floor too with life in general. So that's probably my main ones.
How much is Zach going to help you on the floor, though? Thinking about that, you're adding another threat on the outside. And I think a lot of time we saw multiple bodies on you at one time underneath, and now they're going to have to worry whether it be Daniels, whether it be Zach Boyd or now you have you underneath. You still have Isaiah Turner, and then, Drew Cook can knock down the three.
Exactly.
So getting him back, how much does it open up your offense as a whole and open things up for you?
That's definitely big having him back. We have Drew that can bring up the ball, Makai Daniels that can bring up the ball, Isaiah Turner, Charlie Niggett, all them dudes that can bring up the ball. Look, see Zach to have the opportunity to sit in the corner a little bit, let me work down low when I get the ball and kick out to him in the corner and let him hit some threes, let him work outside some. So with all of the ball handlers and me working the middle, that's really going to be big for us.
So obviously we talked a little bit about this, and, the national anthem, we know your thoughts on it. I'm a big fan of your thoughts on it, but for you personally, how does that pregame final moments, now that you're standing on the court before the anthem? If you didn't hear his answer, go back and watch the interview from the Bell Vernon EF game, and you'll hear the full answer and see the full first interview with Charlie. But how does it kind of change when you're standing on the court for these final, minute 30, whatever it may be, before the game goes on?
It's way bigger at that point, especially in basketball. You're sitting there, we're all on our line, hands behind our back, we're singing, kind of humming a little bit, rocking back and forth. And you look over, you see the whole stands, everyone in the gym is, looking up at the flag. And it's just like the butterflies is impeccable. Like, it's definitely makes you extremely nervous. But at that point, you're going to work with the guys. So you got to do what you got to do and get the job done.
Charlie Meelab looking to have another big season on the hardwood. Can't wait to see what you and the Warriors do.
Thank you.
Very excited for this year. And when we come back, we are going to have half number 2 of your game right here on MVI Live.
Founded in 1956, 84 Lumber Company is the nation's largest privately held supplier of building materials, manufactured components, and industry-leading services for single and multi-family residents and commercial buildings. 84 Lumber operates more than 250 stores, component manufacturing plants, custom door shops, custom millwork shops, and engineered wood product centers in over 30 states. For more information, visit 84lumber.com or join the company on your favorite social media platform. Basic Carbide is proud to support youth sports in the Mon Valley and proud to be a part of the community. Basic Carbide, located at Lobar in the Mon Valley. For more information, visit basiccarbide.com. Back here at the half, 31-30. The Warriors on top of the Eagles to start the third. 16 for Turner, 16 for Isaiah Petty.
Yeah, it goes without saying, Turner and Petty were the two best offensive options for their respective teams in the first half. Turner's doing a good job of, like we've been saying this whole matchup, he needs to start stepping up into a larger offensive role, and right now it looks like he's doing that after he didn't do a whole lot last night. He's already went well over his total from his game last night, so just goes to show what he's trying to do in terms of his mindset. And Petty on the other side, he's been knocked down from outside and been able to get it done inside as well.
Petty does have 3 fouls, though, starting here in quarter number 3. Guarded by Niggett. Now it's Joey DeMoss. DeMoss drives on Kennedy. DeMoss puts it up, no good. Rebound, Jones. Jones lost the handle, almost traveled. Now it's Niggett. Jones back to Niggett. Now spinning away is Kennedy. Finds Charlie Niggett left alone. Niggett buried as Charlie Niggett increases the Warrior lead. First point since the first quarter for Niggett. Now Isaiah to answer, and Petty fouled by Cook. His second team first of the half. 21-14, the Warriors outscored the Eagles in quarter number 2. Petty shooting a pair. 1 for 3 as he knocks that one down. 17 now for Petty. Back-to-back makes, give Isaiah now 18 points, lead down to 2. 34-32, Drew Cook into the front court, off to Charlie Niggett. Screen provided by Kennedy. Now Jones. It's Cook's turn, looking for Jones off the deflection. Back up top. Drew Cook rolls left side. Cook puts it up, no good, out of bounds, off of DeMoss. Inbound Cook. Cook right side. Drew Cook. Rolls top of the key, guarded tightly near side. Now it's Turner. Turner up top. Isaiah Turner drives, step back three. Got it! Isaiah Turner from way outside, making it look easy. Give him 19. Taking over is Turner. Ward to DeMoss. Got Turner in the air, tried to step back, but pulled it back. Now it's Burke spinning left wing. Burke across. Dombrowski fakes it now, drives in. Owen up and one. Owen Dombrowski. Chance for the old school three-point play. 6 for Dombrowski, looking for 7. Has 2 points at the charity stripe today. That one falls no good. Rebound by Kennedy. Stays a 3-point Warrior lead. Isaiah Turner. Top of the key. Turner lost it, but right to Cook. Cook rolls foul line, steps back. Guarded by Pete Burke with 5:37 remaining. Near side, Charlie Niggett. Niggett drives, a right block underneath. Jones blocked. Burke says no.
Nice pass there, though. Looking to try and work it inside, but good job defensively as well from Serra on the other end.
Kennedy, now it's Cook, finds Turner, or make that Charlie Niggett. Turner cuts high post. Dombrowski guarding tightly. Near side, Isaiah in the right wing. Turner drives and coughs it up. Dombrowski puts a pass out in front. Burke runs it down off the window and in. Serra back within 1.
Really good outlet pass there right into the path of Burke, and good job. 2 steps, lay it up with some pressure there from Cook.
6 for Burke, DeMoss, and Dombrowski. 18 for Petty, but man, you may have not heard as that one out of bounds. Last touch by Turner as the Warriors trying to defend a 1-point advantage. No Elijah Ward points so far today.
Just had that steal on the previous possession, but yeah, hasn't been able to put any points on the board yet. I'm sure that'll change by the time this one's over, but we'll see.
Petty left alone. That can be trouble. This time it's not. Ward the rebound across. Dombrowski drives. Owen from the elbow. No good. Kick out to Moss. Right wing 3. Back iron and out. Now Owen Dombrowski. Dombrowski to Petty. Petty back to Dombrowski. Into DeMoss, back to Dombrowski, driving in. Dombrowski can't get that one to fall as Kennedy popped it free. Turner to Niggett. Niggett gets it up, and the foul. As Elijah Ward, the guilty party.
Good pass there, and now able to get to the line, EF. Only up 1, trying to push that lead a bit further. Serra, they haven't been able to do a whole lot in this third quarter offensively, but they've kept this game close. That's something that obviously, once you're kind of struggling a bit on offense, could see the Warriors start to pull away, but they haven't had a lot doing for them offensively either.
As Kennedy got the rebound and out of bounds off of Kennedy, going to go back with the Eagles down by 2. See what Serra Catholic has in store this trip down the floor. It's Petty up top. Isaiah, foul line, lost it, but right to Elijah Ward. Now kick to DeMoss in the corner. Joey DeMoss driving. DeMoss steps back, kicks it to Burke, top of the key. Burke now, Dombrowski off the Petty, left alone. Off the back iron, rebound by Charlie Niggett. Here's Niggett driving. Niggett right block up off the window, no good. Rebound, Cook rips it down, and he's fouled by Petty. Talk about trouble if you are Serra Catholic. Fourth foul on Petty brings Christian Warren into the game. Say it was on the floor, so no shot. A 30-second timeout called by Coach Nolan Larry.
But still, it goes without saying, obviously, Petty's been the guy for the Eagles here in this one. So now on 4 fouls, he's going to have to be real careful. Probably won't check back in until the fourth quarter. So this is an opportunity for EF to try and put some points on the board and, more importantly, keep Serra off the board.
(38-36) EF leading Serra Catholic. Going to be Warrior basketball down to our right. Niggett the trigger. Charlie Niggett into Turner. Turner in the right wing. Isaiah Turner trying to drive. Guarded tightly. Spins away from Ward. Turner kicks it up top. Cook for 3. Ironing out. Rebound Niggett. Left hand floater. No good. As the second effort won't fall by Zach Jones. Dombrowski to Ward with Petty on the bench. Elijah gonna have to come through offensively. Now it's DeMoss. Joey DeMoss pulls the trigger. Got it! And the Eagles back on top thanks to Joey DeMoss.
That's exactly what you were talking about earlier. DeMoss always encouraged to let loose when he has a look.
Warren out muscles for the rebound. Warren to Burke. Burke up off the window and 1. 8 for Burke. Looking for one more.
All of a sudden, out of nowhere, a spurt for the Eagles right now. 2 big possessions for them.
Minifield checks in for the Eagles. It's Flournoy in for the Warriors. Burke, old school three-point play, putting Serra Catholic up by 4. 42-38. Now it's taken by Charlie Niggett, blocked from behind. That's Minifield. Turns it over right to the grasp of Niggett with the left off the window. Back within 2 goes EF. 11 for Charlie Niggett. 2 players in double digits for the Warriors. As Niggett and Turner have resulted in 30 of the 40 points. As a kicked ball violation, Kaminsky and DeMoss will come back in. Minifield and Burke out. DeMoss to Warren. Warren now to Ward on to Dombrowski. He pulls the trigger as ironing out. Rebound by Kennedy, trying to work it free. Here comes Kennedy. Now Flournoy flips it. That's off to Charlie Niggett. Niggett to Flournoy, gets the screen from Kennedy. Pick and roll, Kennedy up. Off the window, no good. Rebound, Christian Warren. Warren down low, Kaminsky off his hand and out. (42-40), Serra on top, 1:42 remaining in the third. Charlie Niggett, left side, now it's Jones. Jones up top to Isaiah Turner. Turner, top of the key. Turner, step back, kick, corner, Niggett. Charlie left elbow, back to Turner. One more, Flournoy left alone. Flournoy can't finish. As Dombrowski just gets full on checked by Kennedy. And out of bounds the ball goes inadvertently, but surprised something wasn't called either way there.
Yeah, tough one there for Dombrowski, but regardless, still Serra ball, still up 2. Only a minute 10 remaining now in this third quarter, so they look to be in a good spot right now.
Up top, Dimash tries again, way off the mark, as unable to save it was Kaminsky. TJ McKeesport, game number, I'm getting the math right. This is 7, so it'd be game number 8 on deck. And they all start to blend together after what has been close to 2.5 days, or a day and a half, I should say. As Flournoy too far, looking for Kennedy. Evan Berger had himself a night last evening. Will look to do so again. 43 remaining here in the quarter. Now it's Dombrowski, handoff Burke, now to Warren, Warren to Dombrowski, Dombrowski to Burke, Burke, left elbow, kick out, Christian Warren back to Burke. Looks like Serra may try to hold for the last shot. Dombrowski looks at the clock, 15, now 14. As it's back to Owen Dombrowski. Serra up by 2, will look to hold for 1 with 8 seconds, maybe not, as it's kicked to the corner. Warren drives the reverse and the finish with 1 on the clock. Christian Warren makes it a 4-point lead at the break.
Yeah, really impressive take there with the reverse and little exclamation point on what is now a 4-point lead going into the 4th quarter for the Eagles. So good job from them offensively.
Can the Warriors come back? Can the Eagles hang on? We'll find out when we come back right here on MVI Live.
Bring together expert faculty. Offer programs in high-demand fields. Add in a few centuries of tradition. You might call it the future of higher education. We're calling it Pennsylvania Western University. We've combined the resources of California, Clarion, and Edinburgh to create a new way to educate, where opportunities are boundless and tomorrow is yours to define. Built on tradition, built for your future. Welcome to Penn West.
The Summer Basketball League Yancey Taylor assembled has been a huge success. To see the joy on the kids' faces, learning to compete, learning teamwork and discipline, says it all. It is our job as a community to encourage our youth and provide them with positive opportunities in a safe environment. The We Care for Kids program does just that.
"44-40, Warriors trailing with the basketball, 8 minutes left to play at least. It was a quiet quarter for Turner, just 3. Can he turn it back on? Kick out to Cook. As trying to shut down Isaiah Turner are the Eagles. Been easier said than done here this afternoon. Up top, Charlie Niggett. Niggett right wing. Niggett pulls up, extended post, knocks it home. 13 now for Charlie Niggett. He had 24 last evening. 2-point lead. Stop needed for the Warriors for a chance to get even or take the lead as a foul on Kennedy. Kennedy's first. Just the 4th Warrior foul this half. Now it's DeMoss, step back 3, yes sir, Joey DeMoss. Second triple of the game, give Joey 12, make it 47-42. 7:08 remaining, now it's Charlie Niggett. Niggett inside, Kennedy fouled by Kaminsky from behind. And right now, if you can buy your time and hold this lead, if not maybe extend it a little bit, keep it around a 5-6 point lead until Petty gets back in the game, you got to like your chances if you're Serra Catholic.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think that's the main thing right now. I'm sure he'll be checking in here shortly.
Kennedy, a big board, and Kennedy's fouled. Sure, Niggett wishes that wasn't called as he drained it after the whistle.
The last couple minutes, though, EF really just been unable to get the lid off the basket as they're really struggling to put points on the board now.
Jones, Cook, turning jumper from 13, no good. Rebound, Dombrowski. Here comes Owen. Owen Dombrowski, left block. Dombrowski through the contact iron, unkind. Big rebound by Jones, but a tie-up forced. Dombrowski the trigger. Kaminsky and Turner seem to be having a bit of a disagreement as referee Tony Carter comes over to give him a few words. As order in motion, Dombrowski up top like a wide out. DeMoss high points it. Joey DeMoss pedaling back. DeMoss to Dombrowski. Owen Dombrowski, a couple Eagle pitchers changing spots on the floor. DeMoss, of course, also a first baseman for Serra. As there's Burke from the corner. Off the iron, no good. A rebound ripped away by Drew Cook as Joey DeMoss gets the personal. EF down by 5. Hunter Fulmer hasn't seen much of a role today compared to yesterday, but we'll check back in for Zach Jones. Yeah, no Makai Daniels. No Charlie Melib, 2 starters. Chris Climbs was expected to be a bench piece. He's not available. And, of course, Zach Boyd, who was the leading scorer as a sophomore, missed all of last year. There's Turner off the mark, off of Kennedy and out. Missed all of last year with a broken foot. Most likely will not play again this year due to an Achilles injury. DeMoss to Ward. Petty still sitting on the bench, maybe around 4 minutes. Isaiah comes back in. As DeMoss up top, Joey DeMoss. DeMoss in double digits with 12. Kick out, Dombrowski, catch and release 3, no good. Cook the rebound. Drew Cook will wait for reinforcements. It comes in the form of all 4 other players on the floor, but turns it over. Dombrowski, Niggett gets back. Dombrowski somehow can't finish, but Warren cleans it up. The Warriors bench wants a travel. They did not get one. Isaiah Turner out to Cook for 3. Got it! Huge triple by the freshman. 5 points for Drew Cook. 4-point game. Petty comes to the scorer's table with 5:14 on the clock as Ward just gets tossed and he is hurt. At least it appeared to be, just maybe a little stunned as Joey DeMoss came running over to him to make sure Elijah Ward was okay after getting tossed by Turner.
Yeah, looks like the Warriors getting desperate now, trying to generate turnovers any way they can there. Foul on Ward, so Serra retains the ball, 5 minutes left, up 4. They're in a decent spot right now. Petty's going to start getting back into this game and try and put it away offensively.
Serra Catholic burns a quick timeout. That means we will take a quick timeout as well. When we come back, we'll have the conclusion of this one right here on MVI Live.
B Graphics is the Mon Valley's leading source for all your screen printing, embroidery, and printing needs. Offering creative apparel, banners, fundraisers, online stores, promotional products, and more. To find out the best option for your needs, head to bgraphics.com or visit a store in either Frederickstown or Belle Vernon. B Graphics, hassle-free, quality-driven, and always on time.
Back here, fourth quarter, nothing decided, 49-45, Eagles and Warriors. And Serra Catholic leading in this one, but you imagine what the Warriors would look like with Charlie Melib and Makai Daniels and Zach Boyd, or just one of them even. You're telling me each one of those players doesn't make more than a 3-point difference by themselves.
Yeah, so it's going to be a big last couple minutes here to see who can wrap this one up. But like you said, it comes down to some of these difference makers for both teams, really.
Joey DeMoss, he can be a difference maker, finds Ward. Off the mark, rebound, Warren elevating. Outside, Owen Dombrowski. Dombrowski And an offensive foul. And it goes against Christian Warren.
That's big for the Warriors. Got to take advantage of these opportunities.
And shout out to all of our sponsors here on MVI Live for the MVI Shootout Classic, helping make this one possible, including our friends at the Foster House. Yeah, we'll be down there after the conclusion of the tournament if you want to come by and say hi. Is Kennedy trying to extend this one? Off the mark there as here comes DeMoss. Joey in transition. Joey driving. DeMoss jump stop, right hand floater and in. Wasn't the start DeMoss wanted, but he has 14 points now. Cook working around. Cook. Now Turner. Turner to Niggett. Charlie Niggett pulls up and Niggett can't put it down, but Zach Jones taps it in. 7 points for Jones and a blocking foul on Zach Jones. Next foul, both sides. Everybody will be shooting 1-and-1 the rest of the way, halfway through the fourth quarter. 51-47, stops and scores, name of the game for the Warriors. As Petty back on the floor, he's been the impact today. Kicks out, Warren all alone, back iron up. No, rebound DeMoss, great defense by Kennedy. Poked free to Jones. Jones wants help, it's Drew Cook. Cook left wing, thought about the triple. Now Drew Cook. Pressured by Warren, can't take it away from him yet. That's Cook, right wing, Cook to Turner. They were Summer League teammates as well. As up top, that's Kennedy. As there's Cook in and out, Jones a rebound. 13-footer by Kennedy, no good. Jones took it away from Drew Cook, who had an easy putback. As DeMoss 2-on-0, Joey off the window and in.
It's looking good for the Eagles right now, up 6, 3 minutes to go.
That was a big mistake by Zach Jones, taking it away from Cook, who had an easy putback, leading to basically a 4-point swing in favor of the Eagles. Cook up top, Joey DeMoss guarding him. Kennedy has a mismatch now. DeMoss switches back on him. Not really time to just sit around for the Warriors, but that's what they're doing. Turner hasn't scored since the third quarter, where he only had one bucket, as Elijah Ward gets the foul against him. 16 points in the first half, 11 in the second quarter, 3 in the third, none in the fourth, with 2:48 remaining. Turner needs to find a way to get back into his groove. Maybe shooting some 1-and-1 free throws will help that. Isaiah Turner, a wide receiver and defensive back for the Warriors football team. Led the team in assists last year.
Doing his thing here today, but may not be enough.
And we're confirming the team foul, so it will be 1-and-1. Turner sends it home, give him 20. Big bucket there by Isaiah Turner. Chance to make it a 4-point game. Still 2:48 remaining, so plenty of time for the Warriors. It's been a fun one today. Iron unkind, but Kennedy gets the foul, trying to hustle through. And now Joey DeMoss will go to the line. He will shoot 1-and-1. DeMoss 10 points this half. 7 this quarter. Last year on the diamond, DeMoss batted .438 with 36 RBI and 21 runs batted in. 2 wins and a 1.39 ERA on the mound. DeMoss last year, as he'll put this one up and rattle it in, 17 for DeMoss. He got the win in the semifinals and scored the game-winning run on the Max Rocco walk-off single to send the Eagles to the championship game. That game was absolutely a thriller as DeMoss goes 2 for 2. Some ice in the veins of the senior DeMoss. Looking to ice this one. 7-point game as Cook rolling. Cook, step back 3, needs it, can't get it, but Fulmer, the putback, gets it to fall. Back to a 5-point game in a 30-second timeout called by Coach Nolan Larry.
See what EF can draw up there. Good job defensively by the Eagles, unable to prevent that putback, but no fouls, nothing under the basket there. Just give up the 2 and look to try and get it back on the offensive end with 2.5 remaining.
Tigers and Jaguars on deck. Then South Allegheny, Bell Vernon, and Ringgold Monessen to end out the MVI Shootout Classic. 5-point deficit. EF needs to find a way to get some stops here. It has not been easy for the Warriors in this second half. EF has scored 29 points in the half. Serra Catholic has scored 25. It was actually 19 points for EF. I can do math. 25-19 second half scoring in favor of the Serra Catholic Eagles after trailing by 1 at the break. And the big run, that was in quarter number 3. 14-9, a 5-point swing for Serra Catholic in the third quarter.
Yeah, that was big, obviously. And now you look at the difference in this one, only 5 points. I mean, those kinds of runs make all the difference.
Yeah, it was 44-40 coming in, so both teams have basically done the same thing, 11 and 10 points respectively, so nothing major in the scoring separation this half, or this quarter, I should say. See some of the Lady Warriors on the far side, including Kaylin Settles. And Alyssa Terza, they were both part of our MVI SBL Girls League. As Joey DeMoss up top, spins away. DeMoss unselfish to Ward. He doesn't take it, though. More time ticks away, 2:05 remaining. Now it's Elijah Ward. Dombrowski guarded by Cook. Dombrowski to Ward. More time ticking away. Great sequence by the Eagles. As Petty, the floater, no good. There's a stop. Now it's Turner looking for the score. Isaiah drives. Floater up and a travel. And I'm not saying that was a travel or not, but if Owen Dombrowski didn't travel, that's not a travel either. So I don't care if you call it or you don't call it, just be consistent. And that was kind of a little bit of inconsistency in a close game as Joey DeMoss says, I'll take 2 more. 20 for DeMoss. Joey DeMoss having himself a half. Having himself a quarter as well. Came in with 9 points up to 20, an 11-point quarter for Joey DeMoss. Lead to 7 as that one deflected out by Dombrowski. You don't need a 3, but it would be big for the Warriors to get one. Jones replaces Fulmer. Next game will get underway at 4 o'clock. Thomas Jefferson and McKeesport. Evan Berger versus Dunny Rowe. That should be some fun to watch. As there's Niggett. Niggett left hand, no foul. Rebound by Petty. That would just about do it as Petty's fouled by Jones. And Petty a chance to join his teammate Joey DeMoss in the 20-point club today. Be the third player in the contest to do so. Erner has 20 as well. Niggett 13. No one else in double digits for EF. 6 for Dombrowski, 9 for Burke. And surprisingly, Elijah Ward, nothing. As Iron very kind to Mr. Isaiah Petty. 3 straight free throws after starting his day 1 for 3 at the line. Last 3 points by Petty at the line. Make it 4 in a row for Isaiah. Lead to 9. 20 points. And under a minute to play with a 9-point lead. Serra Catholic looks like win number 1 is here. And as win number 1 for Coach Nolan Larry will look to wait. As Petty, he's gone early. So end his day with 20 points. And end it with 43.9 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. 20 points, and he played all of, 5 minutes in the second half?
Yeah, very good total performance from him, honestly. Led Serra to this victory here in this one. Again, the thing about him, it was every level, inside, outside. He provided scoring all over the place, and even combating foul trouble, able to get those points up as well. So an impressive showing for him.
That one squirts away from Jones. Joey DeMoss trying to just dribble it out. DeMoss to Dombrowski. Owen Dombrowski now. Up the near side, Dombrowski, he's fouled by Zach Jones. Extending the inevitable, which is Serra Catholic's first win of the season. EF will go to 0-2. And no Melib, no Makai Daniels, and Zach Boyd may again not be able to go this season. 1-1 for Dombrowski, 2 for 3, 3 for 4, and 7 points for the sophomore. 60 for the Eagles. Iron unkind to Dombrowski. As Turner to Niggett to make it look closer, he will. And the final timeout burned by Elizabeth Forward. 16 for Niggett, but too little, too late with 11.1 remaining. McKeesport TJ on tap here in game number 8 of the MVI Shootout Classic. Jeremy and Jose will bring you that one on MVI Live, and I'll be back for my final game of the Classic, which in all paper aspects of it would be a phenomenal, fantastic game between Belle Vernon and South Allegheny. Maybe not going to be the case today, with Zion Moore taking on basically the Gladiators.
Yeah, some things going on for Belle Vernon on the football field, so bit outmatched with some of the guys that they're missing compared to that South Allegheny team. That's going to be very strong. Strong performance last night from them as well.
I'll be interested to see if Mahalski's going to go today. I knew he was sitting out due to some disciplinary actions. So actually, it would be kind of interesting to see if he gets to go here in game number 2, or if it was a weekend ban. He is here, or he was last night, I should say. But, guys, Jones, he will foul out as he fouls Dombrowski. Allow Owen Dombrowski possibly to pad the stats a little more.
Yeah.
After making his first 2 free throws, he's 1 for 3 in his last 3. He'll get 2 here, double bonus time. But Serra Catholic, it wasn't easy here today, but they've come out and found a way to pick up win number 1. Big parts to the 20-point performances by DeMoss and Petty. And that's the thing, you got to credit Joey DeMoss so much. Petty was the guy as Dombrowski goes 2 for 2. But he made sure when Petty had to go to the bench with 4 fouls, he was ready to go, and he stepped up big time as Kennedy can't finish. Burke the board, and Serra Catholic wearing the jerseys that won the state championship 15 years ago gets a win here in game number 2 of the season. 20 for DeMoss, 20 for Petty, and the Eagles go to 1-1, and the Warriors fall to 0-2 as Turner's 20-point performance and Niggett's 16-point performance was not enough for the Warriors here this evening as the Eagles get their first win of the season.
Yeah, an impressive showing from both of these teams, but the Eagles really overcame some rough patches throughout the game, particularly at the end of that first quarter there where they really couldn't get much going. And able to get a big win here. Like you mentioned, it's so important for that secondary scoring to show up, especially when your guy in Petty is in foul trouble. He has to sit out a while, and it's Joey DeMoss who does his thing behind him, helping him out. So all in all, solid performance from Serra.
3 games done here in day number 220 for a pair of Serra Catholic baseball boys. Not bad for a couple of baseball players today as Petty and DeMoss both drop 20. Eagles get win number 1, 62-53. Coming up next will be game number 8 of the tournament, 3 of the day, between the McKeesport Tigers and the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars. You'll have that for you when we come back right here on MVI Live. If you're not coming back, have a great rest of your Saturday, everybody. Serra Catholic 62, EF 53 right here on MVI Live.